Good evening, guys. I just wanted to share a little project I was working on, and as you probably guessed by the title, I'm reprofiling and giving my grandfather's axe a little bit of TLC. I also wanted to give my treadle-powered wet grinder a good workout tonight, but for whatever reason it's not working that great, so I made it drill-powered instead. Before I get started, I just wanted to share a little brief history on this axe. My grandfather built his log cabin with it, raised my dad and 11 other kids with my grandmother, cut hundreds of cords of wood with this axe. I can just imagine the amount of wood that was cut and split with it. In 2010, my dad gave me the axe head. It was all rusted. I polished it up, sharpened it, put a handle on it, and I just hope I wasn't too aggressive on cleaning it, because I really didn't know what I was doing back in 2010. In 2014, I sanded all the varnish off the handle, put a paracord wrap on it, and made a leather sheath for it as well. The whole reason why I'm cleaning it up tonight is I want to do a swap out at my winter camp. I have an axe out there right now that needs to come home and get some work done on it, and I just find it easier to bring it home instead of doing the work on it out there. I know this paracord wrap doesn't really suit the style of this axe, and I was tempted to cut off this paracord and put on a leather collar on it, which would look much nicer, but this paracord is just way too practical. It's bright orange in case I put down my axe so I don't lose it. It's always handy to have some paracord with you, and I think there's about maybe 8 feet of paracord on this wrap, and it also protects the axe handle in case I miss. It also works good for putting it in the vise. So I recently picked up this axe file, and what I want to do, you can see there's some hammer marks here. I'm not sure if I did that or not. I want to file away those and just take a little bit off this point. There's a coarse side and a fine side. I'll start out with the coarse. So this is how the axe started out, and this is what I mean by reprofiling. I'm just taking a little bit off the cheek. I want about a 30-degree angle. This will give me a little bit more bite when I'm cutting into wood. And using that wet grinder saved me a lot of time on the file. Works pretty good as long as you don't mind having a bath. So now it's time for all the fine work. You know, you can only do so much with that grinder. It's only so accurate. You got to do some by hand. I want to stay away from the bit right at this moment. So I'm going to take this Sharpie and stay about just over 1/8 of an inch away from the bit. And I'm going to come in and fill in about 1/4 inch. Put on some leather gloves. You'll notice I'm filing into the edge and not away from it. So I'm quite satisfied. I shaved down the cheek with my file, and now I'm just going to mark about 1/8 of an inch on the bit itself. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I'm going to take my sharpening stone, fine side, once I'm getting close, I like to turn my axe upright. This way I can look down on the blade. Now I'm using my piece of slate. I'm just putting on some homemade compound. It's made from beeswax, olive oil, palm oil, and mint oil. It's good for conditioning leather, steel, and wood. Well, I think that's about it for this video. It's getting kind of late now. You can see I polished up the axe. Didn't get too carried away. You know, I was just going to get dirty anyways. Reprofiled it. Had some fun with my wet grinder and a file. And the next time you see this axe, it'll be out at my winter camp cutting and splitting up firewood. There we go.